how and why should we use foresight to create better innovations in our design thinking process? Well, let's start from design thinking. Simply put, design thinking is a way to solve clients' problems by putting yourself in their shoes, asking what they need, iteratively prototyping different ideas, and making improvements on your prototypes until you come up with something that really works for them. There are tons of graphs that describe the design thinking process, but by and large, they all come down to these 6 stages: empathizing with the client, defining the problem they are facing, ideating a solution, prototyping that solution, testing it, and implementing it. Of course, all of this can be repeated until the product you design is close to perfection. Now, if you think about it, this is all good, but it is based on the assumption that the client will have the same problem in the future, and that the future will basically stay the same. On the other hand, the practice of foresight in business organizations teaches us that we have to be prepared for a number of future scenarios when we design innovative products. So, how do we leverage foresight in the design thinking process? Well, of course, when we test the product, we can test it not only for the client's current needs, but also for the client's future needs in a number of future scenarios. And this, of course, may entail that the problem the client is facing may slightly change in some of those scenarios. So this will help us to iterate a more robust product that, at the end of the day, is going to respond not only to the client's needs, but also to the changes in clients' needs based on future changes in the business environment. But all this is very abstract, so let's look at a specific example. Imagine you are using design thinking to innovate a vehicle that can be both self-driven and driven by humans. Now, of course, you can use design thinking to ask when and where current drivers will need the self-driving function, how they would like it to be, etc. But you should also use foresight to test whether the self-driving function should be responsive to a future scenario where most cars have such function, to a future scenario where no cars have such function, to a future scenario where only a few cars have such function, to a future scenario where self-driven vehicles can be used only on the highway, to the many combinations of the above scenarios, and you get the idea. Only then your innovation will be truly robust.